Well, guys, we're at about that halfway point of the season right now. We're still sitting at 6-0, which means that we are going to be bowl eligible, but needless to say, we have higher hopes of being able to make the playoffs. However, that is going to be extremely difficult because our remaining schedule does look pretty difficult. Obviously, we are in the Big 12, so we're going to have a lot of conference matchups and a lot of teams that are in the top 25. As you see that our next game is going to be against Cincinnati, who is ranked number 10 currently. We're of course going to have West Virginia and Texas Tech in this video as well, whereas the next video, we're going to have two top 25 opponents. Let's hope at that time that they end up losing a game or two or something like that, just to make the matchup just a little easier for us, but again, we'll definitely see once we get to it. But we really need to focus on this game against Cincinnati and make sure to take down our next three opponents so we can go to 9-0. Even if we lose one, I still think that we have a possibility to make the playoffs, but again, we need to definitely win out. I think we only have that one cushion of being able to lose one game. But again, we are number 4 in the nation right now. We are 6-0 and 3-0 in conference, so I feel very good about where we're at right now. But again, we're only halfway through the season. We still have another 6 games left. So let's get into our weekly agenda before we even look at this game against Cincinnati. And let's make sure that we do a little bit of training. That way we can get that extra skill point. So we're now up to 3 and getting a little closer to our next upgrade. We'll do that for our health. Don't have to worry about academics because it is exam week. Let's put one into leadership. And because we haven't in a while, let's put one into our brand. Don't think that's really going to matter too much for us, but again, if we have the extra energy, why not? Well, let's get into practice right now. Then we'll look at this matchup against Cincinnati, and let's just hope that their overall is not as daunting as it might seem with them being 10th in the country. But even if their overall is kind of comparable to the last couple teams that we played, that really hasn't been the thing to hold us back. In the games that we didn't have the greatest statistical games compared to the other ones, it was mainly because we just didn't stay on the field. Coach took us off in a lot of really crucial situations, and there are times where on some of those drives we only saw the field once or twice. So again, it's not necessarily their overall that I think is going to be most daunting, it's how often can we stay on the field. And obviously that overall isn't going to matter too much because they're an 82 overall with an 82 overall defense. Forgot what team that we played in the last video that had pretty much the same overall, but I think we did okay against them. Hopefully we can do the same here too. Cincinnati, again, number 10 in the nation. Let's knock them down a bit and let's see if we can climb up to the top 3. So we are at home and we're going to be starting the game with the ball, which, I mean, is great and everything, but at the same time, I like getting the ball back at half. So let's just continue to call whatever coach wants to call for now. Hopefully that'll keep us in the game for a little bit longer, but again, it'd be really nice to be able to get a first down as we get a nice little block right there. Unfortunately, we end up losing on that one, and it is now 3rd and 13, which means that we're going to have to find a way to get to the first down marker and get a catch here. Unfortunately, we do have their star corner on us, so that's going to be a little rough, but oh, that's a fumble. But it's going to be a flag. Hold on. Wait, hold on. What? Hold on, explain to me how that's offensive pass interference if the ball was fumbled and the ball wasn't in the air. That's really, really strange to me, honestly. But either way, they only got 3 out of it. So let's go. Let's just consider this a brand new ball game. There we go. Great catch. A little catch and run. Unfortunately, a lot of it was laterally. But hey, you know what? That is a first down and our first reception of the day. So we'll take whatever we can get. Let's see if we can do it 2 times in a row now. Oh, no. I thought the guy was blitzing, then he ended up backing off, and yeah, we just made him throw into a pick. Well, at least if we lose this one, we know who to blame. But let's go. They only got a field goal out of that one, too, so it's still 6-0. Come on, we need to get in the end zone, though. And as long as we get a good play like we did on that one, almost, we're going to be fine. Coach wants to go for a QB draw in this one, which I disagree with, but we're still going to continue to let it go, because why not? 2nd and 7. Nice block. He ended up getting a couple yards, but it looked like he kind of stopped just a couple yards into and only picked up 3. So now we got 3rd and short. Let's see what we can do to pick up this first down as we go on the slant. Okay, yeah, that's a good call. Good check down. Good check down on that one. We weren't going to get open, unfortunately. It's like we got a nice little prolonged rest there, as now it is 3rd and 3 down in the red zone. Let's see what we can do to pick up a first. As we do, unfortunately, we end up having an injury on our line. but at least we have a first down on the 16-yard line. Now let's see what we can do to end up picking up the score right here. He's pressing us right now, but we are going under. Let's see if we can actually slip free, get beyond him. There we go. Nope, we can't hold on to that. Ball hit us in the hands, and we just couldn't hold on. Unfortunately, he was draped all over us, and we can't do much about that. But now 2nd and 10. Come on. There we go. We got free of them somehow, and we ended up getting almost a first down. But now 3rd and 1, we're getting closer to the end zone. So let's see what we can do to get it right here. No? All right, hey, you know what? That's a 1st and goal. We'll take that. I feel like coach is going to want to just run it in, and hopefully we come out with a touchdown on the other side of this. Never mind, because we are going to be staying in the game. And despite the fact that realistically we should just be running it here on 1st and goal, I want the touchdown. So, there we go. We're going to get it right there. And we got ourselves potentially our only score of the game. What matters, though, is that's going to put us up 7-6. Heyo, looks like when we get the ball back, we're still up 7-6, too. That's awesome. That means that we might be in for a good game on this one, especially since Coach put us right back in after that series. And also the fact that he's kept us in 2 straight plays. That doesn't happen very often. There we go. Pick it up. Okay, glad we were able to kind of turn it back a little bit. We only got 6 on that, but the way that we were running, it looked like we were only going to pick up 2. As you can see by the clock down there, we haven't been in the game in a while. But hey, it's the second half now. We're still up, so we'll take that. Oh, man. We actually... Nice block right there. We actually could have been open if he was a little more patient, because... And I felt like we could have actually gotten beyond there. Either way, though, we're good. 2nd and 7. Let's see what we can do to pick this up. Oh, man. Yeah, they were going back into a zone. I don't know why I thought they were going man-to-man, but 3rd and 3 now. Coach wants to run it. I disagree. Let's go for the posts on this one. And let's see if we can get free across the middle here. We are not going to. But that is going to result in a 4th and 3. We should have just been a little more creative with our route, especially since we wouldn't see the field until the 4th quarter again. I don't get it. But it's a tie game now, so we need to be the heroes since we're in the game. Let's see what we can do. There we go. Great catch. Turn it up. We didn't actually go out of bounds on that one, which is great. We got ourselves a first down at midfield, and they are pressing us, which means we're going to go all go. Let's see if we can slip by them. Our release is up to, what, a 97 now? No reason why we can't. Okay, yeah, there is. There we go. No, why did you drop it? You're going to be... Oh, they're not going to trust you anymore, man. Come on. We raised your hands for a reason, and unfortunately it is not paying off right now. So let's go. 2nd and 10 at midfield still. And he goes just across the middle. Great block win right there. We'll take that. But we do only pick up 3. But now with only 2 minutes to go, still a tie game, and we have, what, 72 yards to go? We can do that. Unless we end up getting sacked. And then again, we didn't see the field until now overtime, where we're down 3. Come on. Get by him. Bro, we would have been... Oh. I mean, look, we would have been open in the end zone as well, but at least he found someone, and we end up winning in overtime. So at least we're stay undefeated. At least we got in the end zone, but we were barely on the field, and we only had, what, like 4 receptions for 30-something yards? That's bad. That's really, really bad. I mean, I'm glad that our quarterback actually had a pretty decent game, minus that 1 interception. 219 and 4 touchdowns. But unfortunately, Holman ended up being the big receiver in that one. 104 with 2 touchdowns and 5 receptions. And no, we had 5 for 44. But still, man, we even though we are the wide receiver 1 on the team, definitely seems like we're not the first receiver in our quarterback's eyes. Or even our coach's hearts. And I don't know what the key is really to stay on the field. So again, we just need to be smarter when we're on the field for the very few opportunities that we obviously seem to get. Now, it looks like we do have an NIL offer, which is great. Improvement to students' grades. Who gives a damn about that? I mean, don't get me wrong, a medium boost to our GPA wouldn't be bad and 25,000 followers, but do we really want to spend 3 energy on that right now when we could use that 3 energy to train a little bit? Honestly, I don't think so. We're going to decline it, even though the followers and all that kind of stuff would be nice. But again, if it's not going to help our overall right now, I really don't want it. Especially since we have 5 energy, which means that we would have had to train. If we would have taken that deal, we had to train and not up our health at all, and we would have dealt with a little bit of wear and tear going into the game. So this time, we'll do that. We'll get that extra skill point. We're up to 4, 1 short of what we're going to end up using next time. And let's put a little bit into our academics and also our leadership. And let's hope that we can actually stay on the field for a little bit longer this time. Let's get into practice, and then we'll look at our matchup against West Virginia on the road. But before we actually get into this game, I do want to look at what we're going to be upgrading. Again, I think it's either going to be the route running, or we're going to have to save up for the hands. The fact that we ended up dropping the ball very recently in that last game a couple times leads me to believe that we should wait for the hands. But honestly, going with the route running, or even potentially the elusiveness, might actually be a little bit better. The change of direction and the agility might be great, and that would actually cap us out on the elusiveness as well. So once we end up getting that 5th skill point, I'm going to flip a coin and figure out which one of those 2 we're going to end up upgrading. But got another conference matchup. Let's hope that we can actually stay undefeated this season, 7-0. West Virginia is having a down year for their overall. They're an 84 overall. Obviously, a lot of that has to do with their offense. But let's hope that our 84 offense can just dominate their 84 defense. Oh, would you look at that? Coach actually put us out on the field for the first play of the game. That's great. Question is, will he put us out there on the second one too? Probably not, because they end up giving us a block in the back. Despite the fact, like, he kind of ran into it. The animation kind of made us do it and all that kind of stuff. And unfortunately, that is going to be a 1st and 17 now. Oops. Yeah, so that means we're probably not going to be on the field too much here. Let's see what we can do on this RPO, though. As he ends up just running it. And he ends up picking up 2. That's great to see, but I don't know if a halfback counter on 2nd and 15 is really going to be the best call. So let's audible the verticals and let's see if we can get past him. Do it. No. Oh gosh, I'm surprised that wasn't another little block in the back. Either way, though, we end up picking up a good gain right there and is now 3rd and 5. At least this is manageable. Let's see what we can do to pick this up. Oh, come on. Yeah, no one gets open on that one. We just got to punt. All right, 1st and 10 now on the 30-yard line. Let's see what we can do to actually get the ball here. As there we go. We get it. Can we get around him? We can't. I was hoping we could slip by him and end up getting the end zone, but we don't. But we're down on the 16. Well, we got a tie game here, pretty much the end of the first. We're going to go out for a pass. Actually hit me here. Wow, that was stupid on my part, I guess. I don't know why he didn't go down to actually catch it. He let that just kind of hit him in the feet, and now we got a 3rd and 1 where we're just going to go for the option, I guess. Even though I feel like don't push him in the back. Yeah, well, I felt like it was going to be better to go through the air, and just goes to show you. West Virginia went up after that possession, unfortunately, and now we're down to a team that's 3 and 5. Come on, this isn't the way that we should end up losing our undefeated record this season, because we are definitely much better than this West Virginia team. But come on, 2nd and 8, we're going to run the ball. Come on, just no blocks in the back. There we go. Granted, we only picked up 2 on that one, but still, we did our job. And now this guy's pressing us, and yes, there is a safety over top, but he is nowhere near us. Let's see if we can just blow past him. 3rd and 6. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Get the speed, you slow son of a bitch. At least we get past our corner and we end up getting a nice big gain down to the 35. And thankfully, we actually stay on the field. It's just not very common that coach does that after we get a big play down the field like that. Let's end up running this one. Let's see if we can end up getting a block here. We kind of do, and we end up losing one on that one. Wow, maybe coach is actually starting to have some more confidence in us now. Who knows? 2nd and 11 now. Let's get it under. There we go. Nice, and we actually held on to it this time, and that is a big first down to the 24. We finally get back onto the field for a 3rd and 2 on the 4-yard line. We're going out for a pass here. Let's see if we can get free of this guy and just find a place to kind of sit. No, we dropped it! No shot! Oh, I didn't even call for the ball on that one. He just kind of threw it behind us. Thankfully, we did get in the end zone to tie it, and then West Virginia got a field goal on their first possession of the second half. And now it's a 3-point game. So let's go. Let's go out for a pass on this one. Nope, that's not to us. Oh, I wish we could have gotten that block. But we didn't. Good 5-yard gain on that one. Coach wants to run it, and we have not had a lot of success on the ground, but I'm going to trust him on this one. Coach, is that a good call? Don't block him in the back again. Oh, we end up picking up 3. So that's great. At least that's better than absolutely nothing. Let's go for the all-go, and if the guy just kind of runs downfield with us, let's just break it on the out. 3rd and 2. There we go. Nice. All right. We got a first down. That's great. Let's keep the drive alive. Well, at least the rest of the team kept the drive alive when we were off the field, but now we're on the 39, 3rd and 7. Come on. There we go. Gosh, we can't hold on to the ball again. Maybe we should hold on and wait and actually upgrade the hands. I don't know how much that would have actually helped us, but either way, we find ourselves still down 3 with 5 and 52 seconds to go. So let's go. Get behind him. Get beyond him, I should say. Oh my gosh. You guys saw how open we were, right? And that's not just me. Either way, though, let's go out for another pass. 2nd and 9. Hit me on the out. That's beautiful. And we can't hold on to it again. Wow. What is that, 3 drops this game now? This is getting bad. At this point, I think we do wait for the hands. That's fine. Now, why are you throwing it that short on 3rd and 9? Like, that was going to come nowhere close to a first down. So West Virginia got it back. They got another field goal. And we're still down by only 1 possession, but with 2 minutes to go. So come on, no picks, no mistakes, no nothing like that. As that's actually a great pass right there, and that is going to be a first down. So let's keep this up. You're going to press us? I think that we're going to go all go then. Why not? Let's see if we can get beyond him again. We've done it once today. Let's see if we can do it again. Never mind, because that is going to be the 2-minute warning. Excuse me. And Coach really likes this play. And I don't. So, let's see if we can get beyond him. I don't know why he's like shading us, even though we're... It doesn't matter. 1st and 10. There we go. Out to the sideline. And that is going to be a nice 9.5-yard gain. 2nd and inches. And that also stops the clock. And we are on an island out here. If we can get beyond him, we got a touchdown. Come on, 2nd and inches. There it is. There it is. That should be a touchdown unless we're too slow. And we're going to be in. Thankfully, that just, what is it, like an 87 speed right now? Is just barely enough to get beyond their defense. And that is going to put us up by 1. But unfortunately, we end up dropping it 19-17. They end up going down and ending up getting a field goal. And that is going to be our first loss of the season. And it's unfortunate that is also in conference play as well. But we had a great game, though, regardless. I mean, aside from the 3 drops, of course, but let's put those aside for now. Let's focus on the fact that we had over 100 yards. And despite the fact that our quarterback only had 227, again, he found us for the bulk of those. No one had over 40 yards with the exception of us. 6 for 134 and the only touchdown of the game. Wish we could have won it, but hey, at least we ended up getting our yards. So despite the loss, that actually puts us over 1,000 yards on the season and double-digit touchdowns. I don't think that's going to necessarily get us in the Heisman voting right now because, again, we barely see the field and we've had a lot of drops. But still, really great, especially since we have yet to have a 1,000-yard season. And here we go. We already have it with 4 games remaining. But we really need to focus here and make sure that we win our remaining matchups. And also, looking at the schedule before we get into this game against Texas Tech, I have a feeling that the 2 teams that are top 25, or were top 25, are still. They are not. Arizona State has dropped out, but Kansas State is still number 11 at 5-3, which is Kind of shocking. But either way, we're going to be facing Texas Tech on the road here. They are 4-6. They need to win out to be bowl eligible. We need to win out to potentially make it to the playoffs and the conference championship. But for now, we have 4 energy. Let's go with that training. Let's go with the health. And let's go with the academics because I feel like we just kind of need to at this point. Let's get into this game against Texas Tech. They're 81 overall. That's it? I don't know why I thought they would have been a little bit higher, but hopefully this is a defense that we can feast on, and hopefully this time we can have a 100-yard game with a touchdown where we end up winning, unlike the last one. Well, I can't tell if they just took a little extra time on the kickoff or something, or they ended up just turning it over right away, but we have the ball with only 12 seconds off the clock. So let's go. On the 34-yard line. Let's see what we can... Well, yeah, it's a good thing he didn't end up throwing to us because we were not going to be open, but at least we pick up 3 yards on that one, and we still got some life, and we're still on the field. That's the great thing. There we go. That's. I wasn't even trying to block him. I was just trying to get across the field, man. Damn. All right. Well, that's upsetting. That's probably what our dozenth block in the back this season, something like that. Well, what can you do? 2nd and 11 now. Let's get out for a pass. Let's get to the first down marker, and let's see if we can... No, we can't, because he ends up getting sacked, and unfortunately on 3rd and 19, we're off the field. That was a really bad first drive, and unfortunately Texas Tech ended up scoring, so 7-0. Come on, no blots in the back. There you go. Good job that time. So 2nd and 8, we only pick up 2, and for some reason Coach wants to go for another run. And I completely disagree. So let's go with the rollout here. 2nd and 8. Can we get free? We can't. I don't know how we missed that, although I don't know who he was necessarily throwing to. Good news is we ended up scoring, but the bad news is they scored again. So 14-7 here in the second quarter. There it is. Nice dive. And actually catches it. That's something we needed right there. Yeah. Let's go. 1st and 10 now. Let's see if we can continue to stay in the game, continue to get some receptions. There we go. We just found a nice little gap right there, and thankfully he hit us just in time for the first down. And that is 2 straight receptions. Let's see what we can do to make it 3 here on 1st and 10. Nope. But he does find someone else. Unfortunately for a loss of 4 yards. But now on 3rd and 4, we need to pick this up right now. I do not want to be down on them all game. Come on, buddy. You got to get the ball out. 4th and 11, and he gets sacked. Thankfully, we got the field goal, and we got the ball back. But still down 4 here with 2 minutes to go. So let's see what... Ooh, hit me over here. Nope, we're not. And we end up losing 1 on that one. So weird. The plays that were not involved, we always seem to lose yards. Except for that one where we weren't on the field. But 3rd and 8 now. We're going on a slant here. 2-minute warning. Let's do it. Why? Why? Like, good news on this one is we might actually have a little mismatch here. Let's see what we can do to make up for that last one, even though the quarterback threw that to us. Let's get beyond him. Wow. Undercut that route. He needed to throw that deeper and try to hit us on the run. Instead, he kind of bullet passed it. Now, unless a miracle happens, I think we end up losing this one. But we still have plenty of game to go. We just need to make the best of it. There we go. Oh, wow. We got 4 guys over here ready to tackle us. But still, a nice little catch right there for a big first down. Now, let's keep it going. We need to work downfield pretty quickly. Because even though we have plenty of time, we don't have plenty of time. I only pick up 1 yard on that one. That's... terrible. Terrible. So let's go with another pass play here. We only got 1 guy on our side of the field. 2nd and 9. There we go. Nice dive again. And that's right at midfield. Let's keep it up. 2nd and 10. 2 minutes to go in the 3rd. And he just dumps that short, but that's a good 6-yard gain on that. But now we're sitting at a 3rd and 4, and we're off. Well, thankfully our team ended up scoring on that one, but they responded again, and we're down 18 still. With just 6 minutes to go in the game. Oh! I thought that did not... I thought... Oh, man. I was ready to run back and actually try to tackle the guy who intercepted it, but thankfully that was not an interception. Crazy. All right, let's go. Let's keep this up. We need to hurry. 2nd and 1. Get it! No, way out of reach, unfortunately. And no, that could have been a big play. Go 4th and 1. We need to pick this up. Did he get it? He did. Okay, good. I couldn't tell, and we always seem to lose yards on stuff like that, so... Oh well. Let's go. 1st and 10. We'll past him. Nope, we were not going to get open for that one. And that is going to be an incomplete pass. Yeah, great idea, coach. Take out the wide receiver. Well, at least he gets us back in when we're down pretty much on the goal line. Let's go 8-yard line. There we go. Boom! I can't believe we hung on to that. We probably shouldn't have. But we got the touchdown. Let's see if we can make a big comeback here at the end. Well, it's going to be difficult when we're down on the 1-yard line. Let's get free. Come on. Let's go. No, you son of a bitch. If you would have caught that, we would have been just off to the races. I'm telling you. Off to the races. Let's go. 2nd and 10. I know he wants to run it. Let's effing run it. Maybe some mistake will happen. Who knows? Maybe. Hey, it's not bad. That's a good 9-yard gain, and he's taking us out with 2 minutes to go. Okay. And look at all the time that wasted off the clock. So there's no way of winning this one now, and we're going to lose 2 in a row. 11 seconds to go. Let's see if we can just pad our stats here. Nope. He throws another pick. And, yeah, that's going to be the game. We're going to lose to Texas Tech, and we don't even eclipse 100 yards. We did have a touchdown, which is great, but, man, I thought we were going to make the playoffs. We're going to be lucky to make the conference championship. Apparently, we're not that great on the road. I mean, Fafita only 181 yards total. He had 3 interceptions. We only had 73 yards. Holman was second closest with 61 and a touchdown as well. But, man, no one else is really seeing anything. Good news is after that one, we do have 5 skill points now. And again, as much as I think that we should kind of wait and upgrade the hands, I think that we should really actually upgrade something else. Wow, we actually dropped out of the top 25 after that one. Yikes, that is a little rough. And yeah, I think we might actually have to do, again, it's either going to be the route running or the elusiveness. Let me flip a coin. Heads is going to be for route running, tails is going to be elusiveness, and it's going to be elusiveness. So let's end up doing that. Our jumping is a 99. Don't think that's going to necessarily help us much, but hey, that's okay. That's still good. That's going to put us up to an 88 overall. Next is probably going to be route running or hands. We'll figure it out once we get more points. But to get more points, we're going to have much better games. We have better statistical games, we get more skill points. It's as simple as that. But unfortunately, again, like I said, we are now currently dropped out of the top 25, and we're going to be facing a top 10 team that has a worse record than us. Don't understand it either. But either way, that's going to be the next game. It's going to be K-State on the road. 6-3. Unfortunately, right now, if we actually look at the conference standings, we're going to need a miracle to actually be able to make the conference championship because we're in a log jam with teams with 2 losses, and we're going to need a lot of them to end up going down. We're facing K-State. We're going to be facing Arizona State as well, so those are 2 teams that, we'll kind of hold our own destiny. But again, UCF and Iowa State, it's going to be a little tough. We just need to do our best. We need to go out, and we just need to win every single game for the rest of this season if we want to have any chance at the playoffs and, again, the conference championship. Right now, we're going to be making a bowl game no matter what, I would imagine. So, again, our main focus is going to be on the playoffs and the conference championship. Let's hope that we can do it next time.